Good morning, students. So today we are going to study about North America, its location and physical features. In this chapter we are going to study these points: how continents are formed, where North America is located on the surface of the earth, who discovered and explored North America, political divisions of North America and physical features of North America. So all of you know that there are total 7 continents, and continents are huge extensive land masses that rise above the sea level. So these 7 continents are Asia, Africa, North America, South America, Europe and Antarctica and Australia. So students, your first topic of this chapter is formation of continents, how continents were formed. So Alfred Wegener, who was a German geophysicist, he gave his theory of continental drift, and this theory is used to explain the formation of continents. In this theory, the view that was brought forward was that continents are slowly drifting apart. So the current position of continents that you are seeing was not same in the past. They were joined together and they slowly drifted apart, which resulted in the present position of the continents. And today also they are slowly drifting apart, slowly drifting away, moving away from each other. So students, this is the present map of the 7 continents: Africa, Europe, Asia, Australia, Antarctica, South America and North America. This is the position of North America on the world map. Okay, but the map that you're seeing right now was not same in the past. In the past, all these continents were joined together to form one supercontinent, and this theory was explained in the theory of continental drift, which states that continents are slowly drifting apart, slowly moving away from each other, and that resulted in the formation of these continents. So students, as you can see, this is the process: first, second, third and fourth. So 200 million years ago, these continents were joined together and it formed a supercontinent which was known as Pangaea. And this Pangaea was surrounded by a huge water body, a huge ocean, which used to be known as Panthalassa. But after some time, around 150 million years ago, these continents started drifting apart. That means moving away from each other. And the gap between these two pieces got filled by water and resulted in the formation of a narrow sea, which used to be known as Tethys Sea. So Pangaea broken down into 2 large land masses. The northern landmass used to be known as Laurasia, and the southern landmass is known as Gondwana land. And between these two, between Laurasia and Gondwana land, there was a sea that is known as Tethys Sea. Then after some time, around 100 million years ago, these 2 continents, Laurasia and Gondwana, they again broke down into pieces, and that resulted in the formation of North America, South America, Africa, India, Antarctica, Australia, and Europe and Asia were joined together. After that, since it is a continuous process, so they were continuously drifting apart away from each other, and eventually they came to this position. This is the current position of the continents in the world. Okay students, so this is a map of North America. Before we start, I should tell you that this map is not to scale. That means it is not accurate, it is distorted, okay, because I have drawn it on the board with rough hand. Okay, so North America is the 3rd largest continent in the world, and it lies in the northern as well as in the western hemisphere. Apart from that, this continent is surrounded by Atlantic Ocean in the east, Pacific Ocean in the west, Arctic Ocean in the north, and it is joined with South America by the Isthmus of Panama. Okay, so the isthmus is a narrow stretch of land linking 2 land masses and separating 2 water bodies. So this Isthmus of Panama is linking North America with South America, and it is separating Caribbean Sea with Pacific Ocean. Apart from that, other surrounding water bodies are Hudson Bay, Gulf of Mexico, Caribbean Sea. And students, one point you have to remember that major part of North America lies in the temperate zone. That means between Tropic of Cancer and Arctic Circle, which is why a major part of North America have moderate climatic condition. That means in which people can live comfortably. And one thing you have to remember, definition of isthmus. So isthmus is a narrow stretch of land which joins two larger land masses and separates two water bodies. Its exact opposite is strait. Strait is a narrow channel of water linking two large water bodies and separating two land masses. So students, now our next topic is political division of North America. So North America has three major political divisions: Anglo-America, Central America, and Caribbean Islands or West Indies. So Anglo-America comprises of these two, Canada and United States. So Canada and United States together form Anglo-America. Then Central America, so it includes the countries which lies on this isthmus. Okay. And the next is Caribbean Island or West Indies, which lies in the Caribbean Sea, and it is composed of hundreds of large and small islands. Apart from that, Greenland is also a part of North America, but it belongs to Denmark. Denmark is a country of Europe. Students, our next topic is physical division of North America. So as I have already told you, one thing you have to remember that whenever we are saying physical division, we are talking about all the natural features that are present in that area. Mountains, plateaus, plains, valleys, all these are physical features. And we are going to study about the physical features of North America. So North America has been divided into four major physical divisions: the Western Cordilleras, the Eastern Highlands or Appalachian Mountains, the Canadian Shield, and the Central Plain. First one is the Western Cordilleras. Cordillera means a chain of parallel mountains, and this is the western side of the continent. So this thick line that you are seeing, this is a mountain range. So Western Cordillera is a chain of mountain range which include a number of mountain ranges like Rocky Mountains, Cascade Range, Sierra Nevada Range, and Alaskan Range. Rocky Mountain is an important mountain system of North America. Then next is the Eastern Highlands or Appalachian Mountain. As the name suggests, it lies at the eastern part of the continent, and to the east of this Appalachian Mountain there is a plateau which is a Piedmont Plateau. That means Piedmont Plateaus you have already studied. These are the plateaus which are surrounded by mountain ranges from the one side and plains or seas from the other side. The third physical division is Canadian Shield. It lies over here. I have written over here. You can see the location of Canadian Shield on the map of North America. And the last one is the Central Plain. Central Plain is also known as the Great Plains. A number of rivers flows through Central Plain, and this plain is very fertile. Okay students, so that's all for today. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe.